Good morning, zodiac. It's the 11th of June now. The other side of the portal, other side of the eclipse energy. I hope you're drinking coffee still, joining me for coffee, but I hope it's not like, I think I put this out at 4:45. I figured, what the hell, just get a jump on the day, it's there, you know. So when you do get up, have a cup of coffee. Try to keep each sign under 5 minutes here, but go a little deep, with a daily reading for the 11th of June. Look at the sun, moon, rising, and Venus. I think this is a great place. Any of the daily readings, there's so many good ones that I watch a lot of them. You don't have to waste a lot of time. So if you have a different moon, like I have a Cancer moon, Sag sun, Virgo rising, and sometimes Venus, I think, can be important. I had 4 different ones. I had Venus in Scorpio, so. But I find, for me, Sag usually resonates. Got 4 planets in Sag, so you can look at your chart too and probably get advice. But you'll know when you watch, and these don't take you too long. So enough being said, my thought for the day from the Bad Angel Life Coach. I want to put up on Facebook, kind of my running joke. I don't know, with myself or how much people get it, but if you know your heart's made of glass, don't smash it on a rock. Bad angel, it's that bad angel, and I've been thinking about it, and that bad angel's really not bad. It's just our angel. It's like basically we're here to learn and grow, and you don't do that by really everything going well. That's the weird fact about it. Kind of makes sense now. The whole world, right? It's a big clusterfuck, right? But like that's how we learn. This is the Sagittarius point of view. We learn from getting it wrong to get it right. So, and I made every mistake possible, I think, in one lifetime. So, yay me. I should be like a goddamn genius now or something. And also, if what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, I must just absolutely be. Don't bang your heart against me. I must be a rock. But let's go to Aries here for the 11th of June. Nice energy to come in with. The happy bachelor. Could be somebody single, but it could be just a really good energy, even if you're in a relationship and just doing you. And if you're feeling like this in a relationship, it's good because you feel like you're able to be you. You don't have to pretend around your person to be a different person or walk on eggshells. You're just happy being yourself. It'd be a great way to be in a relationship with. What's crossing you is the Two of Swords, so think of that reversed. That's really locked up, man. That's mentally like being so blocked that you have to go to the emergency room because you're beyond laxatives to help. So I think like with this combination, I would think like you might just start avoiding like the relationship or really like the issue or the issue around relationships if you're just single, and then just do your thing. And then really like I'm kind of like, okay, that's everybody's choice, and that actually this is pretty good. I mean, a lot of people aren't having fun in our lives. They're struggling, and if we eke out a minute of fun during the day and get a little laugh, a little release, I mean, we're doing well. But it looks like you're kind of sitting in this energy, so I kind of don't blame you if something having to do with relationships throwing you into this Two of Swords. It's like just like, you know what, fuck that. See what your advice is. No, your advice is not to fuck that. um, this person's riding into the reading, and it's a person. So we're looking at an Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn person. Um, I'm not really sure this is the one attached to this block that you feel where you don't want to, really it's about kind of your thoughts. It's like, this is like too classic. It's like, I don't want to think about this, so, I'm going to drink, or I'm not going to think about it, so I'm just going to have fun and distract myself with pleasure. Yeah, don't have to be drinking or anything like that. Just distracting yourself with pleasure, which my thing is like, at least you're having pleasure. It doesn't seem so bad. So my thing too with that, it's like not a lot of incentive for you to do this tough work, but the mirror, and you maybe draw in this earth person here, um, that's making you look at this. It's coming between you and this, what you don't want to deal with, right? And this someone, like, if it's you, it's getting to that energy where you really want to make a commitment and to yourself and to growing, and this person too would be similar. It's be a person coming in uh, with a long, slow energy that's there for you, solid, very solid energy. But in the future, the Hanged Man. So I don't know if you listen to this, if you get anything out of it. The Aries reading's already up for mid-June. That would be the heart spread for you. It deals with who's on your mind. Similar to where this goes, but a bigger spread. Might go more in depth because now you're kind of just taking a time out. It's like you walk right up to it. Maybe this person comes into your life, and I mean comes in like a romantic interest, this earth person. Um, I don't know, maybe you don't even tell them about this, but it just gets you to thinking, like, that you do have to deal with this issue, which is like around relationships, something to do with you. It is Mercury retrograde. This is Mercury retrograde territory here, meaning hopefully in the next few weeks you'll get that ding, ding, ding moment. Maybe what this is. Or, could be a reading, could be a dream, could be someone just says something. There's memes on Facebook that are ridiculous. Hits you like that, and you go, but I think it's good that you're in this mode. This is like the perfect mode to be in, by the way, you could say, for Mercury retrograde energy, if you can handle it that way. If you got things to do, do them, I say. But if you can hang back a little bit and give it a minute, think things through. It's only a couple weeks time, really, out of the year. So, wow. Thank you, Aries. Taurus, thank you. I'm David, doing the Morning Quickies, very special on a beach edition. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus here for the 11th of June. I do appreciate everybody liking, and thanks for subscribing. And your larger reading of the heart spread for someone on your mind, and of the single spread, it's titled Meet the Soulmate. Those are already up. If this resonates, check them out and see if you get more out of those bigger readings I do. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, that's you, showing up in your own reading. I'm going to call it. Okay, so when we see you showing up in your own reading, it's usually about you, this reading. Not so much about your person here. But this is you doing you, and doing you like you're in a mature way. You've gotten to a good place. You might be a little bit older. Have achieved something. You're feeling confident and secure. If you're in a relationship, that's the energy you're bringing to the relationship. So if you're a cross watcher, that's what you're getting with this Taurus here. Classic Taurus energy. Wow. Now this is such a beautiful card. It's a beautiful card here in the Gilded Tarot Royale deck that I'm using. But now this is reversed because now this is in your crossing position. So, definitely about a relationship. I said you're good, in yourself. So I get the feeling this about your person, and it's something that probably came up quick. You might not have been seeing it. If you're in this kind of energy, it's like, if this was Seven of Swords energy, it'd be like, yeah, you're all over this. But Queen of Pentacles, like you're doing you, you're living your life, you're thinking everything's good. And now something to do with your love life is what's your problem is. So probably your person. You're very stable. I don't think it's about you now. But it is always about how we react to it. So look, this is your advice. Kind of what I'm saying here. This is about you. Keep doing you. Keep being strong. I keep seeing this kind of leapfrog thing. It's like, fuck. It's like this is you and this is the universe. And just look at the cards. Very stable, very strong. And in between this is this problem, which is your person. I mean, so it's corny, but it's literally like saying don't let it bring you down. And also I'm thinking like it's don't waste your coins on them, because the chest is full. You're the queen, you got a lot of coins. It's how it rolls, it's a metaphor, right? even if you don't have money. People would see you as being strong and desirable and attractive, and there's a beauty to you. See, a calmness, harmony, too, with the Queen of Pentacles coming in. Stable, might people be drawn to you for that. But this is also being advice from spirits. Like think about your money here. And I'd be hard pressed to give this person any money right now if I was you. And the outcome is a Nine of Swords. So I think with the outcome being a Nine of Swords, look at the good news. You're going to be feeling this, which I would expect from a Queen of Pentacles, Taurus. Yeah, but it's not going to be good. And I think your worst suspicions, if they're not already confirmed, are confirmed. Don't waste any more energy on it than you have to. Lock it down. Don't give them anything. I'm saying block, 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 block. And go ahead and, move through it. Whatever. I've been there. Nine of Swords is good because you're really feeling your feelings. Yeah, you're up all night and it sucks and you're in pain. But, maybe it'll clear you out and then you're able to let go and move on and grieve. But for God's sakes, don't give them a dime, Taurus. if this reading resonates with you, thank you guys. Geminis, thanks for joining me. I'm David. We're doing the Morning Quickies, very special on the beach edition here on the Yucatan beaches for the 11th of June after the eclipse. So think Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I do appreciate a thumbs up. And please comment, just let it go. It helps the channel. More comments I get, really the better. So it's kind of nice, because I'm set, it's pretty wide open. I don't want people being abusive and negative, but, whatever you got to say, please do. Even if it doesn't resonate, I don't mind knowing that. So, but look at your moon and rising and Venus, though. Magician. This is you, Gemini. I'd say that's your card. That's Gemini card. So this is you. Look at you, using all of your resources, bringing in the emotional part, which can be hard for Gemini, depending. Showing up mentally and in your communication. You've got you're taking the right actions. You're using your resources. You're even could be getting credit, could be pulling money out of the bank from savings. You're pulling out all the stops to make something happen. And so right now, this Gemini reading, if you're not a manifester, if that doesn't resonate with you, check your moon, rising, and Venus if it's different from Gemini, because this is a manifesting Gemini. Yeah, and I like this. I'm excited. I want to see what's going on. What's kind of the rub with your manifestation? This is the blocking position, Knight of Wands. So think of a reverse Knight of Wands. I gotta think this is a fire person around you, Gemini. If you're manifesting, you know what a fire person is. Remember Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, but it'd be something prominent, not like their Sag Sun and a Sag Mercury, but they happen to have a, Venus or something and something else. It's like they would be like being very vocal, possibly even physical, really standing up against you, not supporting you. It could be like attacks, a knight in reverse attacking you. So it's like, I think this is some person in your life. I don't know if this is an ex or someone you're attached to. Maybe it's like a baby daddy thing where you kind of have to see them all the time or something, or you have to interrelate with them because you have a family together. Such a common thing. Because it's the kind of person like I wouldn't want in my life. Like if I was going to do my manifestation magician thing, I would manifest them the fuck out of my life. But that's just right now what I'm looking at. That resonates. Yeah, because you're focused on the Ace of Cups, and we're skipping over this. It's that skip over energy. Even the color and everything is more harmonious with this card than with this card. And it's like, this is your manifestation. You want to manifest your Ace of Cups. And look here now, when Spirit puts this card here in the advice, it's like, I think full steam ahead. I think you got it right. If there's someone in your life, I think you've already got it. I think there's somebody you need to not listen to And it may not even be your lover, but there's somebody that's not, they're acting against you. Wands are actions. They're actually taking actions against you. They're going out of their way to maybe say things to people to particularly undermine you or something in some way. And this is saying, like, keep vibing high. You know how to manifest, ignore all that bullshit. Focus on your Ace of Cups here. And I gotta think, Spirit, what's this outcome here? Temperance card. Yeah, I gotta think of Sagittarius. You're gonna manifest a Sagittarius. Or if this is your blocking, then they turn around. I mean, this could be like that twin flame that's asleep, and you're the woke one, you're the activator, and they're the sleeper. And maybe this is you waking them up, or it could be you pulling in another Sagittarius energy. Because I'm not sure this Sag here. I think this is a fire energy. And this could even, maybe it's not any kind of a fire sign energy. It's just someone that's very vocally speaking up and acting out against you. You would know who this is, I would think. Like, because it's a wand, you know who this is. Maybe you don't realize how much of a pain they are, or how much they are against you. For someone to have this kind of energy against you, they probably are in love with you, in a sick, toxic way, right? But not this. This is all kind of optimism. Look at where Jupiter is at 1 degree Pisces. Where does that fit in your chart? As a manifestor, it's going to be really important. I mean, Neptune, the whole sky right now, it's like, fuck, we're just on the other side of the portal from the eclipse, and it's like everything's massive change, disruptions, perfect time to manifest. And I think you're going to manifest someone who's amazing, patient, very optimistic, very high vibing, very spiritual. Um, they may come into you from a distance too. It's also the ninth house, which rules long distance and foreign lands and foreign cultures. Thought came. Wow, Gemini, thank you. Cancer friends, thanks for joining me. I'm David. We're doing the Morning Quickies here on the Beach Edition for the 11th of June, if you can believe it, just on the other side of the solar eclipse energy. You're coming in with the Ten of Swords, so you're done with something. You might not be feeling too great about it right now, but you're done. It's like that stick a fork in me, I'm done energy. And I hope so, because usually when we're in this Mercury retrograde, when we're in this energy, and then somebody comes back and says, oh, I'm sorry, I slept with your sister, and then, your mother, that was really fucked up, sorry about that too, but yeah, I've been thinking about you, because it's Mercury retrograde, and I want to come back and do this all over to you again. If Could I do that? And you're going to be like, hopefully, like, no, I'm kind of done. Thoughts too. Maybe that's what you're thinking too a lot now. It's like, I'm really kind of done with all this bullshit pain. I heard a voice the other day, like, for me, that's a rare thing. It always means a lot. It's like, no more darkness. Just like that, no more darkness. You don't want any more darkness. You're kind of done. Wow. Crossing you is judgment. So judgment is when you're being called up for something, to be clear, Cancer. So you're being called up. If not already knowing that, you know it now, because I'm saying, if this resonates, you're going to feel it, that there's something you have to do to help yourself, to move up for yourself to a higher level. It's usually about something that's been nagging at you your whole life, maybe, or for a long time, maybe 10 years. And that's maybe what this pain is putting you in touch with. Maybe you're like, maybe it's about relationship reading, and you're just saying, like, I'm really done with this cycle. I see it now, how I keep doing this thing that ends in pain and suffering, and I'm going to not do it anymore. I'm going to heed this call, because I don't think you want to, or maybe you're seeing it because you're blocking. Let's get some advice. King of Cups. This is you, Cancer. This is your advice, is to be yourself, focus on yourself. It's corny. It's like, I think, like, I kind of get it. Like, maybe you've been through a series of relationships, and, not to blame, fault them, you, whatever, but what ended up happening was, in each case, you got your ass handed to you. And after a while, you don't know who you are anymore. And this is finding out who you are, going back to who you are, which is a Cancer Sun person that doesn't do bitter, doesn't close off, is strong, capable of being emotionally vulnerable, but is also emotionally intelligent, and emotionally available. Um, so that's definitely on the other side of this ending. Um, you learn from that, you rise up, and you become like this King of Cups, which is just like you go back to being yourself. Look at the stars shining behind him. It's like, I'm not going to do this to myself anymore. It's like making a promise to yourself. It's like, you know what, buddy? We're not doing this Ten of Swords shit anymore. I'm done with that. I heard the bugle call, and I'm done. I'm rising up into my power, and I'm taking this shit on the road. Eight of Wands, a lot of action coming up. It's going to be a hot summer. I know it's a daily reading. Could be a hot day, a lot of communication coming in. If communication comes in, I look at very favorably today, particularly long distance communication. Look for it to be very positive. If it isn't positive, it doesn't leave you feeling uplifted, and if it leaves you feeling drained or something, fuck it, not what I'm talking about. But something comes in, makes you feeling really energetic. Maybe this reading, and makes you want to just go get it. And go get it from a perspective of feeling comfortable in your own skin and happy with yourself and secure with yourself and just going out and bringing your heart to the world, which is what you do best, Cancer, right? Thank you, guys. Leo, speaking of heart, I'm David, and this is the Morning Quickies on the Beach edition for my Leo friends. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, keep that in mind. Leo, ruled by the Sun, rules the heart. The lion, the lioness. Love my Leos. Okay, the Fool. Great energy to come in with. This is your energy in and around relationships, where your mind and heart is at today, the 11th of June, just on the other side of this eclipse energy. Man, this is wide open. That's hard to say in a daily reading. But you may wake up today and you feel like you're kind of wide open. This really is the other side of the eclipse energy. This is ideal. Like if yesterday something ended and ta-da, you're starting something new today. Man, you're you're really in the flow of the planetary outer planets here. But I like it. It's like kind of open for anything. Cross watcher, now's your chance. Five of Pentacles. So, but I got laughing because it's like, you're ready to go and you got your bags, packed. Usually you have a little tiny bag and you don't carry much, but you don't have any money. And it's crossing you, so it's a problem. So you're not really being the fool. And also, this could be just lack, too. It's like, I can't do this. I can't. I'll tell you what happens to fools. I heard somebody say this is so how it happens. You get in this full energy, even if it's a little, because I'm a Sagittarius, so my life is full energy, which is enthusiasm, which is being like, wow, and that kid comes out that really is excited about something, and that's often, yeah, it can be ridiculous, but on the other hand, where like the joy in our life comes from if we can tap into this, and people seem to hate this. So you say to your partner, wow, I'm really excited about, whatever, and they say to you, well, that's kind of dumb, or that's never going to work, or have you lost your fucking mind, or, it gets really bad when they start saying, please don't hurt me. They just get kind of gaslighting too, maybe, yeah? Kind of gaslighting. Your joy, your vision, no matter what it is, or this mood even, It's like, why are you in such a good mood? What are you doing, fucking somebody else? It's like being a bummer, man. Buzzkill Jones here. Knight of Swords, Leo. This is your advice from Spirit. So, that's pretty clear too. It's like your advice from Spirit. It's facing right at that Five of Pentacles. Okay, is like just bring it to them. Just because you're the Fool doesn't mean you don't have teeth. Doesn't mean you can't assert yourself. It doesn't mean the Fool is not particularly vulnerable. The Fool should well be able to assert themselves. Kind of perfect for a Knight of Swords, because it's kind of that energy of just not giving a fuck, honestly, you know. And this is really telling this person actions, always actions. Knights are always Mars energy. Look at Mars in your charts in Cancer now. Getting ready to go into Leo. That could be a big deal when that hits close. Um, just bringing this shit to a halt, like doing, like putting this to a stop. This criticism, this gaslighting, this negativity, that this buzzkill is addressing it. So clear, not walking away from it, not avoiding it, but addressing it head on. It's going to be a confrontation, and I believe you're going to win. There's not going to be much of a fight in it, and then you're going to move away from this. But it's like you have to finish this, though, you know? It's like, because now, look at, you start with the Fool and you end with the Three of Wands. Absolutely perfect. That's absolutely perfect. This is the Fool out looking for love, really. It's a love readings, be clear. And you're going to have to let this person know, basically cut ties here. It's not a Six of Swords slip away in the night type of breakup. It's going to be straight up, honest, to the point. A lot of the value of this, in my opinion here, all karma goes away. You're being honest, forthright, direct, no matter almost what you say. That's on them, right? And that's how you do it. And then you're released, and you can go free and clear, and you're going to find what you're looking for, because I feel really good about that reading, Leo. All right, thank you guys. Virgo, thanks for joining me. I'm David. We're doing the Morning Quickies on the Beach Edition here, for the 11th of June. It's for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Virgo energy. You choose. This is you. The Virgo card. So we're pulling through the deck, and 78 cards. Here we come. The Virgo card. I like pulling through the deck. I'm surprised no one's complained, but it's ordained. I shuffled before I'd start, and I like the fact that I could count cards, and I could pull right through the Pisces, and it's already there. All right, something about that. But when you show up in your own reading like this, this means reading is about you. It kind of means it's important. And it means that if you're a cross watcher, this is very important. You're dealing with a Virgo cross watcher who is sincere, who is not projecting their shit onto you, a Virgo who owns their own shit and has some wisdom about them and depth to them, and they understand themselves. This is someone who understands themselves. It's kind of important for Virgos because they can have a hard time with emotions, and it's weird because you should be the most articulate sign, Mercury right there, and Earth, but this is someone probably can talk about their emotions, probably could be a little bit mature. Watching a tarot channel, this is a Virgo that's a spiritual person. Let's see why you're watching a love reading, because I don't know. That's kind of like a fancy of mine. You find your person, they're a hermit, and you find them in the cave, and they come out of the cave for you. Oh, yeah. Let's see what's going on with you in your cave, Virgo. This is crossing you. Yeah, so you're still having this nostalgia here going on. Now it's Mercury retrograde. Don't do it. Probably, I don't know what it is you're about to do, but don't do it. It involves a past person, and it's emotional. But with the Six of Cups reversed, but only because it's in the crossing position. It actually could really suit a hermit if it wasn't in the crossing position, because reverse Six of Cups could be the hermit moving away from emotional attachments to, uh, you know, um, fantasies and romantic, rose-colored issues. But I think the fact that it's in reverse, like the fact you're dealing with that might be part of why you're in the hermit road. It's like whatever situation you're in terms of love, it's like the more you try to really see it, the more hard it is. It's just Neptune right now, and you might want to look where that is on your chart, like a 23 Pisces right now. Might give you some advice if you're into astrology. Um, but not being able to get clear. It's like, no matter how hard you try, the way you see it is just not really reality. But you're starting to see that now, and it's making you kind of go in and realize that it isn't really about your other person, because it says when you show up in your own reading right here and where your energy is at, probably this is about you. So it's like what they do or don't do doesn't matter, because you're just kind of seeing this thing in your head that's a romantic, a projection of your anima or animus figure. So you're not really, the problem is you're not really seeing the person, you're seeing a projection of your animus and anima, that your ideal person. And that's why you're going into the hermit mode, trying to gain this wisdom and become this person that knows themselves. Because once you really know yourself, you just don't project so much. So, to Pentacles is your advice. So this is very good. It's like kind of continue doing what you're doing, but be advised this is what you're working on. And the Two of Pentacles, just keeping everything in balance. And I think it's not so much about a choice here. I don't think. Let me see the next card. We'll see if there's a choice in it. But to me, it's about balance. It's about keeping, doing the self-care and making sure you eat right, getting exercise, and that's kind of sixth house stuff, which is very Virgo too. And your outcome is the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this is your person out here in the distance, Virgo. Could have Scorpio energy to them. Your person, Sun, Moon, Venus, or rising. Think about that. I see them walking out of your life. I think you've kind of discovered something about them and this person, and they betrayed you. That might be too why you're in the Virgo energy. Maybe you're realizing that you were looking at them through rose-colored glasses. And what you want to do is get back to being you. And, discernment is everything about Virgo, is the word discernment. Someone is able to discern, and you realize they got past your radar, and they fooled you good here, I think. And you realize, though, that you let them fool you. It's that, I think of that story about the scorpion real quick. Scorpion wants to ride across the river and asks the turtle, well, ask the frog, can you give me a ride across the river? And he's like, nah, you're a Scorpio, you'll sting me, I'm not stupid. And Scorpio says, oh, come on, don't be like that. You're giving me a ride across the river, I'm not going to sting you. You'll be my buddy. And the frog says, okay, okay. Gets on the back, and they go across the river, and right just before the Scorpio hops off onto the bank, it stings the frog. And the frog's like dying. I'm like, what the fuck? And the Scorpio says, hey, it's on you, dude. You knew what I was, and, you didn't listen to yourself, and look what happened. It's not my fault. I'm just a scorpion. I'm just doing what I do. A little bit like that. Wow. Libra, thanks for joining me, guys. David, we're doing the Morning Quickies, special on the beach edition, and this is you showing up. I kind of think this is you showing up a little bit in your own reading, because the Empress is Venus energy to me. And that could be you being very mature. You could be pregnant right now. Congratulations if you are. You could be someone that's just mature and the kind of person people are drawn to. Around you, there's a feeling of a lot of harmony. You see how she shows the Venus sign there? In this card, this is the Gilded Tarot Royale deck here I'm using. So, great energy to have. Now crossing you, Seven of Cups. Some kind of lack of clarity, emotional clarity around love. If you're an Empress, it wouldn't be unusual to have lots of choices. I always say with the Seven of Cups about feeling like you have a lot of choices because it's a cup energy. You don't necessarily have a lot of choices, but with you might actually have a lot of choices in love. I'm not sure how hard that's crossing you. Let's see. Wow. And this is your advice. So I think with this coming up in the advice position, I've said this before, if you're an Empress, no one's going to get to you except through your heart. So I think this is, you're having trouble making a decision in terms of love and giving your cup again, because you have this broken heart. You still have something unresolved from the past. I think that's what Spirit's trying to say. And they're saying to focus on this. And I get too, like, to remember that you know that the only way someone can get to you is if you let them in to your private quarters, into your heart, right? You really let them in. Like, you have to allow that. You have to open the door. They can knock. They can't beat it down. Your empress not going to beat down the empress. you know, it's not going to happen. They might beat down the queen. I don't know. Be going to overthrow the kingdom, but not likely with an emperor or empress. They're there to stay. You get used to them. Okay, ain't go anywhere. So you gotta let them in. So this is all about letting people in. It's like you feel like when you let people in, it's when you get hurt. King of Swords. Okay, this could be drawing in an air sign. Aquarius stands out the most. Could be Gemini, Libra person. Someone mature, someone solid, someone very confident, someone very direct, someone that speaks the truth, doesn't mind speaking out type of energy. Very noticeable kind of energy. But I think you're channeling this too, because you're drawing this in because this is what you need. And with the Three of Swords here pointing out about your broken heart, the universe doesn't want to give you a broken heart. It's not advising you to have a broken heart. It's kind of pointing out that that's really the issue here. You're just trying to protect your heart. Like, because, you know, too, with this energy, you really just don't like change, number one, and so you might have a life that's very secure and very orderly, and like the only way that it gets really fucked up is when someone gets to you, right? So now you're going to be this gatekeeper, and you're going to act. No, this is dreamy too, la la land energy. Okay, that's crossing you. So don't get all la la land as soon as some guy or chick looks in your eyes and hits you the right way. Get hard and get practical and be decisive, be strong, take control, ask hard questions, be very direct, channel this part of yourself, and it might be in the relationship you're dealing with right now to do that. And if you bring in someone like that, that's good. That means the universe is trying to help you and mirror for you what it means to be that person. And maybe if they rub you the wrong way a little bit, it might look at that still and say, well, maybe that's the way I need to be a little bit more like them. Maybe they're modeling for you this behavior, guys. So, thank you for joining me. Scorpios, thanks for joining. I'm David. We're doing the Morning Quickies for the 11th of June. Very special on the beach edition here. Just on the other side of the eclipse energy. All right. This is you, Scorpio. Queen of Cups. That could be a Scorpio, so this could be you. A lot of people showing up in their own reading on the other side of the cloud. I think this is really good, There's nothing been really terrible. It's been actually a pretty good day, a complicated day. But when you show up in this position of where your mind and heart is at, it's on you in the best way. I always say you best thing you bring to a relationship is yourself. So you're bringing yourself. If you're a cross watcher, this is a Scorpio. They are who they say they are. They don't play any games. They're emotionally available. They can be emotionally vulnerable. They're not afraid of love. And it appears to me that you're bringing your cup into this reading with this queen energy here, Scorpio. What's crossing you is some kind of boundary issue. Think of that as being in reverse. So there's some kind of boundary issue. This is the righteous defense of the castle. So you want to let somebody, I just got through going over this with the Empress, you want to let somebody in. You're very well protected. The only way they're going to hurt you is you let them into the bedroom chambers, into the private chambers of your castle, into your heart. But right here crossing you, there's a red flag maybe. There's some kind of boundary. You're maybe hesitant to do it. Or it might just be that you need to set a boundary with them of some kind. Boy, I got a boundary issue. I'm going to bite it because it's long. But boundaries can be really complex, Let's see. Three of Pentacles here. Okay, Scorpio. Now, in this card, definitely it emphasizes work. In this deck, this is the Gilded Tarot Royale deck, okay? So there's work involved, and that's what Spirit's advice is. This is advice to you. I'm still not looking at your person. I'm going to look for them here. Um, Curious about the work. Page of Wands. Now we're seeing your person. So I see this is a younger person. This Page of Wands, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius personality, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Scorpio. And they're looking right at you. They're very sincere. So you're the one throwing up the defense. And the advice from Spirit is Pentacles, is it needs work. I'm going to clarify with the Klimt art deck with the Four Cups. I think what this advice is, this is a strange advice, but what it says that you're not interested. You're defending yourself and putting up these boundaries because you don't see this person as being good enough for you. Tapping those really hurt. You don't see this person as being good enough for you. And they want to come to you. It's like this person's coming to the castle and you're having your guards turn them away. Maybe you gave them an audience, and you didn't like what you saw, but I think that's what this is. That's one Scorpio, I really wouldn't mind Scorpio watching a comment on that and see how that's playing. And just yesterday, I had some good Scorpio reads, the heart spread in the singles. It's in the playlist. So that's up if you want to watch it. A little bit bigger read, the heart spread in the singles read. Meet the soulmate, so it might give you a little more info, Scorpio. Sagittarius, my brothers and sisters, welcome the Morning Quickies. I'm David. This is the very special On the Beach edition on the other side of the eclipse, the 11th of June. This is your energy, Sag, so get to it. You're walking the fuck away, Sag. Emotionally, anyway, pulling away from a marriage or long-term committed relationship, Sag. The Empress. This is your advice from Spirit. This is like be strong. If there's Aries in your chart, maybe look at where that is, what's going on there. Got Chiron there right now. This is not the time for you to be lenient, time for you to be flexible. You do your Sagittarius thing. This is not time to let things go. This is not time to be the nice girl, the nice guy. This is the time for you to be yourself. Put up boundaries. Be decisive, be strong. This is the time for you to be stubborn. People might be around you saying blah, 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 and you're like, you know what, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you. I'm going to do this, whatever it is. Walking away from this relationship, commitment, marriage, and now as soon as you walk away, you have a big choice. Today, Sagittarius, is Friday, and every Friday do Sagittarius, Capricorn. The heart spread for the one on your mind, and the single spread is if you don't have someone on your mind. I call that meet this soulmate. So those are a little bit bigger readings. See if there's not something in there for you. If you don't mind, go to the playlist and pull it up right there. Because especially the singles could be there. This could be the person you're going to go off and find, and see if there's a little more in depth here on what's going on, which is fantastically clear. This reading, Sagittarius. I mean, crystal clear. Spirit, thank you. I get it. Crystal clear. Yes, thank you. Wow. Capricorns, thanks for joining me. I'm David. We're doing your very special On the Beach edition of the Morning Quickies here for the 11th of June. And a sip of coffee. And let's see where you're at in terms of love and relationship, Capricorn. The Wheel of Fortune. I like that, man. That's kind of like rolling the dice. If you look at Jupiter in your chart, right now it's at 1 degree Pisces, by the way. It's very important. Getting ready to retrograde, stationing now there. So if that has any meaning to your chart, your natal chart, might could be important. Wheel of Fortune, you look at your part of fortune in your chart a lot, and your vertex too, for this kind of thing. But in general, like, this should be a feeling you might have around you or with you, a little feeling of like kind of, I don't know, Capricorn, a little tingly, like good things are happening, or you feel like you're in a good place, or you feel things shifting, that kind of energy shift, but a little pep in your stride, a little hope, a little glimmer, and probably something good is coming. A big change is brewing. You almost see like the sun's getting up to ready to explode up from behind there. Wow. It's like anything's possible. Wow. But right now, you're in a very low energy place. And you're probably not seeing this. I got a feeling you would just be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Click. Hey, remember to look at your moon rising in Venus if this doesn't resonate. Because, yeah, this like Wheel of Fortune, you don't see that shit coming. But usually this implies good karma. So have you been doing good? Honestly, have you been like taking care of things and eating right and doing the right thing and all that? Because karma's coming, and it's karma season, you could say, when the big planet's retrograde. Never more than now. Holy shit. And it's not all bad. That's the thing. Like, what is it when people think karma's bad? No, it could be very good for you. Usually things are good with the Wheel of Fortune, you know, but I know you're not feeling it. You're kind of down. That's what's crossing you. Um, Holding on to the coins there, being that Capricorn. Look, man, the universe is trying to tell you now. You got the Wheel of Fortune, that's, you know, and then you got the universe telling you this is your advice. Uh, you're going to get your dreams. You're going to be fulfilled. Your hopes, dreams, and wishes are going to be fulfilled. And this could be an Aquarius energy showing up in your chart, too. Look at that. I mean, right there, it's where Saturn's going retrograde. Another one where you're already in retrograde, that's where karma's coming. Not always bad. You see it in the chart, like it's kind of literal, like you'll see Saturn sextiling your Venus or trining it or something. That's you know, or in your it'll bring out aspects in your chart in a more harmonious and positive way, and then usually you'll see during that time period the events are not as don't have as much turmoil about them. So like if you're in a down period right now, it's like just maybe have faith in this reading that it's about to turn around in a major way here in Four Cups, but you're just not buying it. I think you're going to go way into the future. I think Four Pentacles, Four Cups, we're looking at 4 more months. Fuck all, where does that put it? June, July, August, September. So yeah, it's going to be a very different energy going in September and October. And it's kind of got an October feel about it too, the colors, at least in the northern hemisphere. I'm down in Mexico. Now it looks like here in October. But it might be a good period for you to, you might be taking a time out from relationships. This is you parking it, Capricorn. And that's okay, you know, because with that, I think with this energy you can't feel. It's not really about you. It's like you're not feeling it, you're down, but the universe is getting ready for something. It's divine timing. 4 months is nothing to spirit, you know. It could be the world to us, right? Thank you, Capricorns. Aquarius, thanks for joining me. I'm David. We're doing the Morning Quickies here on the Beach Edition for the 11th of June. And just on the other side of the eclipse energy, here you are. Well, right on time. So yesterday, the sun, and now the tower, and so this one's straightforward. If you're an Aquarius and you're kind of not in a tower moment now, this isn't your reading, but check out your moon rising in Venus. And tomorrow we'll be doing Aquarius and Pisces, always on Saturdays, guys. Doing the mid-June bigger readings, the heart spread and the singles read, meet the soulmate. So if you're still with me, sorry, been there. It's an amazing this is the Gilded Terre Royale deck. So pretty vivid. It kind of brings to it, if I go off the card, a particular vulnerability, and maybe particularly where this tower event, Aquarius, leaves you feeling quite a bit alone. Like it leaves you in a place where you really are feeling like there's just no one to reach out to. I get, wow. Okay, and now remember, this is what's crossing you. This is the problem. This is blocking. So it's not the Six of Swords moving away energy. It's the reverse of the Six of Swords. This tower, I get the feeling it came down all kind of to help you. Like you, it could be like some, do I want to go there? Somebody's in prison. And then there's an earthquake, and they're in prison. They shouldn't be in prison. They're haven't gone to trial yet, and haven't been proven that they were innocent. But they're in there. They're innocent. And then there's an earthquake. and the prison cracks open wide enough for them to slip out into freedom. Get me? So, one thing I think is important in the very near future, today maybe, or as you're watching this, if there's an opportunity for you to slip away, maybe take it. Look at this tower as an opportunity. Opportunistically, it's a little gruesome. Um, but if you're alone, I mean, you have an opportunity to reinvent yourself too. Okay? Be anything you want to be. Look at this justice. It's your advice. It's divorce. And so that's it. It's divorce. Now, it could be a divorce, but it's the energy of divorce. Libra energy. Where's that in your chart? Um, so, Aquarius, look at this. This is advice from Spirit. If there's any doubt, sever this, basically at the first opportunity. I think you're having trouble getting away. You might have to, whatever needs to be done, kind of energy here. Get yourself free. Look at how the colors match up too in these. Very similar, right? Right. Page of Cups, facing away from the reading. Now, this is a water sign person coming in. I don't know, this is not the person that has to do with this tower. This is a new person. This is a message. I told you you're alone. Finally, someone's going to come in. They're not going to come in real hard, but I think there's someone that can help you. I don't want to even read into the person, like whether it's romantic, but it's just emotional support comes in for you. And you may want to move to this person, or you may want to take their advice, because I believe they're guiding you forward into your future. And I think you need this guidance. So very much today, as someone comes in, and by the way, my heart spread is up and the singles reading's up already for the first half of June. It will be tomorrow for the mid-June. Check those out, see if there's guidance. But if someone comes into you and there's an emotional message there, an emotional support, could be very meaningful to you. And it may help you make this, God, I almost think of it like a jailbreak. Talk to me, Aquarius, and tell me what's going on. Really would like to hear from people. Thank you very much. Pisces, thanks for joining me. I'm David. We're doing the Morning Quickies on the Beach edition for the 11th of June, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I'm going to pull 4 cards. This is you, your energy, in and around relationships, where your mind is at, where your heart is at. You're counting your pentacles here. You're checking the crop out, and you're kind of calculating, did I get a good reward for my effort here? So when you have this around your energy of relationships, you're probably not feeling reciprocated from your partner. Pentacles are pretty solid, so I tend to think of it as you probably are not. It's actually, if you're having to think about it, then it's probably the case. And this is what's crossing. Maybe they're not being sexually available to you. That'd be a reversed Ace of Wands. There's no passion. The fire's out, and maybe that was what makes you really start. It could come to mind. It's like, Jesus, now there's no sex, and already, I wasn't really getting much, and now, really, seriously, now there's no sex either. But the passion's out. That's what's blocking you. Maybe the passion's out because you're looking at it too close, too. It's maybe the end of a romance phase. This could be you in the energy of, like, now you're assessing what really is going on and what the reality of the person is, the relationship is, the actual nuts and bolts. And it's wham, wham, taking out that fire. Something like that, Pisces. 8 of Pentacles. Now this is your advice from Spirit. Wow. This is the good work card. And it's very clear that there's work to do here. I got to clarify that. Spirit is advising you to do the work. 7 of Pentacles to the 8 of Pentacles. It's like, don't quit focusing on what's not there and focus on what's there. I don't really need to clarify. Thank you, Spirit. I got it. So focus on what's there, not what's not there, because that's huge. Like in doing any kind of manifestation work, you never want to focus on, what you don't want. You always want to focus on what you want. And I think that'll kind of lead you out of this energy, I get the feeling, because there's a progression, 7 to 8. Let's see where you go with it. The Chariot leads you away. Yeah, I think this whole process, what's going on, we got the sun, the other side of the eclipse yesterday, and all of this energy going on between like 5 and 19 degrees Gemini. It's just all lit up in there with the nodes and everything. So look at where that is in your chart, because this is big picture stuff here. And by all of this process you're going through in this present relationship, I don't think this is a Cancer person. Could be drawing that in. But I think this is you moving away, and really out of all this, you're realizing what your true values are and what you really want out of love and relationship. That's kind of like where the energy we're in. It's like people leveling up, putting things into a bigger perspective. It's not just about the this and the that, and it's not just about the sex, and it's not even just about work. It's about how's our soul evolving. Do they touch our soul? Do we touch their soul? Are we really doing soul work together here, or are we not doing soul work together, Pisces? And you're going to be moving into that energy, and that's what you're going to want, and that's what you're going to draw in. Because I think you really learned something from this exercise here, we'll call it, this last relationship. You took away every drop you could take away, and somehow it puts you really in touch with where you're really at a deeper level. So beautiful energy. Check out tomorrow's Pisces heart spread and singles. See what you think. I think you might get something out of the singles, Pisces. Thanks for joining me. Give me a like, thumbs up. Appreciate you subscribing.